Okay, Gary, it seems like we had some problems there with our live stream. Seems like Forza and
I
YouTube is
thought
giving some problems. So seems
I
like we're
couldn't
back
find
on
it.
track now at the moment. Just confirm with me if you can actually... Yeah, it's live now. Perfect.
Is it?
Yeah, it's live.
Then I'll refresh.
Okay, sweet. Okay, guys, we're going to switch over to the game, yeah? Obviously, we had some problems with the live streaming. Sorry for that. We also had two guys actually disconnect quite early in the game as well, in the qualifying. Obviously, the live stream just started now again, so I'd just like to welcome all the viewers. We're busy with the fourth round of our Touring Cup, and we're busy live streaming the AM class. And I'm joined in the commentating box by Gary, aka SkunkWorx. Welcome, Gary.
Hey guys, thanks very much, man. Good to be here.
Okay, so we're currently having a look at Flash at his driving line. It's weird because Paracheese, it showed that he actually disconnected, but I just saw that he actually got a time, a qualifying time.
Yeah, there's some strange voodoo going on at the moment. Weak connections.
Definitely. Okay, so we're going to switch over to Foley, to Uncle Foley. He's obviously our most experienced driver at the moment. That obviously being said, he's 65 years old, so well done.
Absolutely fantastic.
Would you still be racing games at that age, Gary?
I'd love to think so, yeah. Absolutely,
Yeah, definitely.
why not?
If I'm still able to, I definitely would.
Yeah, I imagine I still have a passion, so yeah, for sure. I mean, just imagine how the racing games will develop between now and then. I'm sure we'll be able to simulate almost the real thing, won't we, soon?
Definitely. So
I'm looking here at Sean 13D. It's just behind Carl Williams. I suspect these two are going to have a nice little dice when the race comes around.
Sweet.
They've got some good pace. But what makes it interesting is one's in a Honda and one's in the Audi. So it looks like the Honda's a bit quicker in the corners, but the Audi's got the legs. So it could make for some good racing.
I'm switching over to Carl now. I would like the viewers to actually see his driving style as well.
Yeah, I'll stay with Sean.
Perfect. What would your strategy be for this race, Gary? Would you try and see when all the guys pit and maybe do an early pit or a late pit?
The pitch strategy, well, I don't think tyre degradation will be a problem on this one. But it's a completely different type of race from Le Mans because everyone would have been running with heavy downforce for the wet race. On a tighter track, whereas this is a much faster track, so you want to reduce the downforce as much as possible.
Definitely.
So, it's going to be more about maintaining the speed through the corners. I think you're going to live or die by the corner speeds for sure.
Definitely, I must say, it looks like these two in front here, it's going to be quite an exciting race. Well, we see Flash there, the Flash. He's only 2 seconds behind them, so anything can still happen.
That's right. Best lap so far. It's a 2:13.9. That is an outstanding lap. That's Carl Williams.
That's absolutely outstanding. I've seen some of the pro class drivers actually going to 2:13 as well. So that in our AM class, that's absolutely outstanding.
Right. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, not all of the pros have hit it yet. In fact, I think my leaderboard time is 13.2. So, I mean, it's up there. I mean, during the race, you should have more pace as well. So
Definitely.
Yeah. You see, interestingly, Sean has got the top speed I would have thought the Audi would have had the top speed.
Jeez, okay.
I think it's going to be quite dangerous in that Honda.
I'm viewing SkunkWorx. It's quite a strange game attack there, but we're viewing his driving style at the moment. He's obviously sitting in second in second place.
Nice.
We've got Sean there actually.
14.8.
Yeah, we've got actually Sean there jumping to third place there with a time of 2:15. That's obviously crucial as well.
Yeah. Flash 2:15, Sean 2:15, Skummel 2:14. Yeah, Parrot Cheese is still rolling 2:19.
Yeah. It seems like the only guys who actually disconnected is Danadu. Oh no, Danadu's still racing. We've actually got Danadu. I'm switch over to Danadu at the moment. So the only guys who disconnected was actually Rowan, Grip Grambler.
Well, hypothetically, what happens if they disconnect during qualifying? Do they just start from the back of the grid?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a bit difficult, obviously, organising the qualifying as well. Obviously, with time as well being so late already, the racing. So it's going to be difficult, obviously, to redo the qualifying until everyone in the qualifying actually get a time and do not disconnect. So best is obviously it's unlucky to start at the back.
It's probably one of those issues that will happen to everyone at some point.
Definitely,
so it'll probably even out.
It's bound to happen in any of the classes. So it's really unfortunate, obviously, because qualifying you want to get your best time, and
because you want to start at the front, don't you?
Because
you
the
want to
thing
try
is,
and avoid any collision.
Yeah, definitely. But the thing is, with Rowan now as well, he haven't actually completed one lap. So, for instance, if you do qualifying and you actually get a lap time after like 2 laps and you disconnect, then obviously that's going to be your qualifying time. Obviously, it's not maybe going to be your fastest time, but that's the time that's going to count.
No. Yeah, but it might be better than last place.
Definitely,
so in which case you'll take. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm switching over to Warpig. Yeah, he's in the Audi as well.
See that fantastic time of Kyle's is still holding top spot.
Yeah, I can see it. That's absolutely awesome.
That's a very good time, 13.9. I can imagine we'll be seeing Kyle in the pros not too distant future.
Definitely. I think Kyle was one of the drivers actually to register a bit late, so that's why he actually in the AM class.
He's earning his stripes, they say.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Obviously work your way through the ranks, but yeah, he'll definitely be in pro class next series. I can't see him not actually being there.
I imagine so.
And I must say, there's guys in the semi-pro class as well, as you guys have seen last week, or well, 2 weeks ago, with the semi-pro class. Beamerstein and those guys are absolutely doing awesome. So there's going to be, I must say, for the next series to actually qualify for your spot in any class, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be so tough, and times are going to be very, very close.
And I see a lot of the guys get together and help each other out, which is nice.
Definitely.
You know, because somebody's strength could be your weakness, you know.
Definitely.
And the guys are progressing very, very quick. Seeing some quick times on the leaderboards.
It's good for teammates actually trying to practice together, obviously, to and strategize as well. But at the end of the day, obviously, come race day, anything can happen. You can get taken out in the first corner whatsoever. So it's kind of just what happens on that day. You need to just roll with it and kind of just adjust.
Yeah, you got to take what you're given sometimes. That's racing. That's tough, especially if you have a good qualifying and then you get caught in an incident.
Yeah, definitely.
Going back to the teammate thing though for a second. I mean, if you've got a good teammate, you keep challenging each other. You know, you can gauge your pace by your position from them during a race. You know, if your teammate's far in the distance, you know you need to be pushing.
Yeah.
Whereas if your teammate may be behind you, you know, it's an indication that maybe you're ahead of pace. You know,
Definitely.
It's a good thing.
Okay, guys, so I'm actually looking at the team championship points now, and we've actually got Flash and Chopper. Chopper doesn't seem to be racing tonight, if I'm not mistaken. They're on 86 points, so they're in first place. And second place, we've got Paracheese and Foley in Ultimate Outlaws. They're actually only 3 points behind them with 83 points. So there's a lot at stake here. Then we've got Dandadu and Grip Gambler, team name Garage One Up. They're on 75 points. And I'm just hoping that Grip Gambler can actually join the race and doesn't get disconnected as well, because that's going to be quite bad on team points. And then in fourth position, we've got Warpig and Carl Williams in Syndicate Racing. They're on 70 points. Then we've got Beck Tech Eater and Sean Dark Arts Racing on 50 points. Then we've got ABF, which is not racing as well. Rocket Bunny, not racing. Carbon Racing on 48 points. Then we've got Blazing Bullet and Wolf, the Taxi Drivers on 42. Then we've got Skomoltoli, Kulakasa, PK Racing on 31. And then in last place we've got Yassine Damon and Muki Abbas in Damon Sons Racing on 14 points. So there's a lot at stake here for the top 4 teams, I would say.
Listen, I have to interrupt, I'm so sorry, but check out the 2:13.4 by Kyle Williams. He's just pulled out an unbelievable qualifying lap.
Jeez.
That is just astronomical.
That is absolutely awesome.
Where did that come from?
I've got no idea.
Jeez.
Well done.
And his tyre's still on temperature. That is absolutely fantastic. We're going to have fireworks during this race.
Definitely. I must say, some of these cars' liveries are absolutely awesome. The effort the guys put in there was absolutely amazing.
Gone all out. This is what we do it for.
Definitely. Okay guys, so we're just gonna let them sort out the grid order, then we will switch back to our game again. Would you say for the guys who qualified in podium position, just try and get away from the pack as soon as possible to avoid any accidents?
That's always the plan, isn't it?
Yeah.
You want to get clear and get into your groove as quickly as possible.
As soon as we got the grid order, then I will read it to you guys. I'm just hoping Grip Gambler is going to join back in again. Obviously, to miss this race for the team points is going to be quite bad.
Is he trying to connect?
It seems like it, yes. It seems like it.
Okay. Okay. Well, we can give him a couple of minutes, can't we?
Yeah, definitely. That's always bad. Obviously, come and preparation for race night. Obviously, the whole week goes smooth with your internet connection, and then obviously putting some fast times on. But then on that race night, it's just it's awful. It's the worst feeling ever. We actually see Cooler Castle disconnecting there as well.
Yeah, all that practicing go to nothing.
Definitely. I just hope these guys can actually have a smooth race, not getting any disconnections whatsoever. So Gary, you've obviously one of the lucky guys to have actually been fast enough to actually register for that Bathurst 50 race. Any thoughts on it? And have you actually been practicing?
I have, yes, because I need a very specific tune, because we're doing 50 laps and well, they've outlined 3 pit stops, and I think it's going to be very tough on the tyres. So I've been trying to do a light aero tune to be as light on the tyres as possible. But Skyline has been pumping on pumping in some serious lap time. So I think he's got to be favourite at this stage.
Well, definitely there's money on the race. So obviously the guys will practice as much as possible to obviously get that money to win it.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, definitely.
Whatever happens, it's going to be awesome.
Okay, so we see a couple of guys rejoining again. I hope it actually stays their connection. We're still waiting on Grip Gambler. I haven't seen him actually join back into the game again.
So how many drivers do we need in the lobby then, once everyone is connected?
How many drivers? There were a couple of guys actually...
Currently 12.
Currently 12, yeah. They were actually... So we're still waiting for Rowan. So that's 13. Is Piet back in again? Okay, so it seems like they're just waiting for Rowan. So that's just going to be 13 drivers. There was actually a team that said today that they can't actually make it. So that's unfortunate as well.
Yeah, that's a shame. So it looks like 12 could be the maximum.
Definitely. It's so unfortunate. Obviously, not being able to join.
Like I say, all that practice. Yeah.
Definitely. All that practice and putting all that time in to obviously get faster and to actually learn the track, and then come race night, then just it doesn't just go your way.
Well, we hope the powers that be at turn 10 are aware of these problems and devote some resources to help us out. Definitely.
Because as you would know, last week as well, we tried and the truck cup as well. It was, once again, it was just, from the start, we probably had like 2 restarts. So, yeah, it's not looking too good.
Oh dear. It's always the truck races.
Definitely. It seems like and the trucks are way too big to actually load into the game, and then the game just goes haywire.
That's what it is, yeah. Of a load.
Okay guys, so we're still waiting for...
The guys getting lined up.
Yeah, and they're busy getting lined up. It seems like Grip Gambler is not being able to join, as we're still on 12 drivers. They're actually asking on the WhatsApp group if the guys can actually wait a couple of seconds, just to give Rowan, Grip Gambler, some time to actually figure out what's happening.
Okay. So what are you thinking, position-wise, podium?
I would say if Kyle just sticks to what he's just done in the qualifying, I'm sure he will definitely be on the podium. I would say Skumultoli got a good time as well. It's gonna be I think it's gonna be tight. I would say my predictions is, obviously I would say Kyle first place. I've got quite a good feeling about the Flash. Skumultoli as well. So that's 1 Kyle, second would be the Flash, and then third place would be Skumultoli. So that's my prediction for the race, and yours?
Ooh, controversial. Right. Well, after that qualifying time, yes, obviously Kyle. I think if he can get clear at the beginning and start pumping in those times, he could start gapping. I don't know. I've got a feeling about Sean. He was pulling it together there. Yeah, maybe I'll go Sean and then Skummel. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That's my 1, 2, 3.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, but it's going to be close racing, whatever happens. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Cold tyres, turn 1. Low aero.
Yeah, it's going to be quite exciting.
Drifting.
Okay, guys, for the viewers out there, just bear in mind we've got a bit of problems here. It seems like Rowan can't join actually. It actually says when he actually wants to join, it says failed to acquire server data. That's quite weird. But yeah, let's hope that he can actually join, as he was actually looking forward to it. And as I can say, getting disconnected on qualifying, not even getting one lap in, is it's bad.
You just get given a little taste and then it's taken away from you.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, guys, viewers, guys and girls, we are almost ready now. Doesn't seem like Grip Gambler is going to join.
Okay,
seems
gentlemen,
like,
start your engines.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like it's almost going. Everyone's readying up, so we are almost good to go. It's unfortunate that Grip Gambler can't join. I absolutely feel for him. Obviously, it's awful, but I'm sure he'll be back next race.
Extra motivation.
Definitely, come back stronger. Okay, so we're just waiting for two guys to still ready up. Once they've readied up, then we'll switch over to the game, and then you guys will be able to see the grid order.
Now, do you see what I mean, Vian, about the pitch strategy in this race? It doesn't really count. Everyone is going to be either side of 10 laps,
yeah.
because there's no benefit either way. You know, you just want to get a clean bit of track and get your head down.
Yeah, definitely.
And get to the finish line as quickly as possible.
Definitely. Well, that's the thing as well. Obviously, anything can happen in that first corner. But yeah, if I was on the podium, I would just try and get away as soon as possible, just to avoid any collisions or whatsoever.
Yeah, well, the first two corners, isn't it, with cold tyres, and like I say, they're going to be running low aero at the back, so there's going to be a few drifts.
Definitely. So we're just waiting on one driver to actually ready up, guys. Doesn't seem like Rowan's going to join. And he actually tried to join again, and it doesn't seem that anything is working. Okay, gents, Rowan is just going to do one more try to actually connect. If that's not going to work, then they will start. Gary, with all these disconnections and obviously we as South Africans trying to compete with other countries, obviously, would you say with these servers and stuff and trying to connect, then we've got some guys as well, obviously you got the game and you want to go to multiplayer lobbies, online hoppers, and you can't actually join it, would you say that's it's a bit an advantage for us to actually try and compete with the more faster guys in different countries as well?
It's a major disadvantage. If you look at other game platforms like Counter-Strike, for example, the top South African players moved to America more specifically North America, and it's all because of the internet speed. They simply can't do what they need to from here.
Yeah.
So yeah, the infrastructure definitely needs to be improved.
And I must say it's quite unfortunate because I think here in South Africa we've got so many talented guys actually on Forza, and just being exposed is so difficult. Obviously, having all these troubles and whatnot. Because now the thing is, Rowan, Grip Gambler, could have actually had the race of his life, and obviously maybe have got on podium. So obviously that's really an unfortunate as well.
Yeah, well, it demotivates people when before they even try. You know, that's where it kills the buzz. You know, if you can't compete, because you realise very, very quickly that you have troubles connecting, especially multiplayer lobbies and things like that. And you know, some people just give up. They just go, oh well, I can't do it. So, and that's where we lose out. I mean, there are more hardcore fans that, you know, they stick with it through thick and thin, like ourselves. You know, we deal with it every race day. But we'd give anything for a decent internet connection.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, let's just hope that Forza and 1010 looks at any of our videos and actually not see us complaining the whole time, but actually obviously
they'll see how awesome it is.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, for us South Africans, obviously wanting to be a competitive country in Forza as well, and a group as well. Obviously, to get the guys exposed. So yeah, let's hope for the best. Okay, guys, it seems like we are good to go. We're going to switch over to the game now, so that you guys can actually see our grid order. Seems like they still need to reshuffle, as Kyle is actually in 10th position at the moment. Ah, there it goes. Okay, so in first place we've got Kyle Williams. Second place we've got Paracheese. Third, did Dandadu get third place? Oh, sorry guys, they're actually still reshuffling it. I was a bit quick there. Okay, let's just give them a sec to actually sort that out. Then I'll retry that again. We've only got 10 races at the moment. When there 12 guys actually qualifying?
There was 12 in the lobby, yes.
Yeah, definitely, and that was without Group Gambler as well. So I wonder who...
With ourselves included.
Disconnected.
So.
Oh yeah, 10 races, yeah. Sorry guys, that was actually my mistake there. I didn't actually think about us there. Okay guys, so it seems like we're going. So we've got Carl Williams in first place. Oh, still a reshuffle there. Carl Williams in first place. We've got Skumeltol in second. We've got Sean in third. We've got Cooler Castle in fourth. We've got the Flash in fifth position. I don't know what happened there. Just kind of changed back to the game.
Spectate.
Sorry guys, seems like we're having some difficulties here as the game just switched back to the lobby. Okay, it seems like we are back on track. Let's switch over again. Okay, so we've got Carl Williams in first place, we've got Skumeltol in second, third place we've got Sean, fourth place we've got Cooler Castle, fifth place we've got The Flash, sixth place we've got Warpig, 7 we've got Paracheese, 8 we've got Dandadu. Oh, what's happening? A reshuffle again. Okay. So we've got Folly in 8th position, Dandadu 9, 10th position we've got Big Tech Eater. I hope they are good to go now. Okay, it seems like we're off.
We never mentioned Cooler Castle. He's right there in the mix as well, isn't he?
Oh yeah, and I actually forgot about him. Okay guys, so we are on the racetrack now at the moment. Let's see what happens. Let me just take the map away here so we can actually see here. Okay, so it seems like a clean start there. First corner, we've got some major problems here. There's the drifts. I'm just going to switch over so that we can see. We've got some major action at the back there. I'm just going to switch over to that action there so we can actually catch up. We've actually got some contact here. It looks a bit wild here. We've got guys drifting. Seems like these first two corners were absolutely...
Somebody's on the grass. Let me have a look.
Oh, it's one of the Hondas actually. So we saw quite a rough start there with a lot of action. We're focusing here on the Flash at the moment. We see him, well, we see some of the audience actually drifting as well.
Dear.
Oh, we see someone actually at the back there. I'm going to switch over to the back here so we can actually see what happened.
I'm on board with Sean and I've just witnessed him go from 10th till 6th in 2 corners. It's on the move.
So I'm focused here on Danadu. He's actually in 7th position now at the moment.
I'm on board with Parrot Cheese at the moment.
Perfect. Just let me know if there's anything happening there, then I'll switch it immediately. I'm just focusing here on Bektek Eater and Danadu. It seems like Bektek Eater is moving closer to Danadu.
Well, Parrot Cheese got a nice little piece of track to himself, so he's getting himself in the groove. Oh, he's just gone off, just as I said that. Commentator's curse.
Oh, we see actually a sponsoring board actually flying here. Okay, so I'm gonna switch over to Carl Williams so that we can see what's happening in the front here. I'm actually going to switch over to Skumultuli so that we can see if Skumultuli can actually gain on Kyle.
It looks like he took some damage, that's for sure.
Definitely. On the rear bumper there. I must say, that first corner, would you say the guys were too excited to actually start the race?
As we said, cold tyres, low aero, it was going to happen. But if they've been practicing, they would have known that.
Definitely. Because I'm going to switch over to the middle of the pack here. I'm going to switch over to Warpeak. We've actually seen Warpeak. Oh, we've got some contact there on Sean. Warpeak actually gave Sean a love tap there at the back. We actually see Sean actually slowing down there a bit.
Warpeak looks like he's damaged.
Yeah, Warpeak took some damage there as well. He actually tapped Sean off the track there, but seemed like he actually slowed down, waiting for Sean to get back on the track again. I'm just going to switch over to Sean here at the back. In 7th position, we could actually see him chasing down Cooler Castle. So there's definitely a lot of action happening. Oh, I can actually see Sean making a move on Cooler Castle here. We see some contact there.
Yeah, I'm right on board with Cooler Castle at the moment.
Oh.
So Sean lost a position again since I was last on board.
So we actually see
Cooler Castle's
going a bit wide there.
I'm going to go back with the race leader.
Definitely.
Because Kyle's pulling away.
Just let me know if there's anything happening, then I'll definitely switch over so that the viewers can see as well.
No problem.
So we've got Sean chasing down on Warpeak here. Anything happening there in front?
I'm looking now. Kyle's just going to go over the start finish line, see what his lap time is. He's pulled a 2:14 flat, and now he's starting his 3rd lap. So he's come out of the blocks red hot.
Okay, so we're actually seeing Sean and Warpig having quite a battle here. Ooh, we can actually see the Audi trying to pull away there, but it seems like the Honda's a bit better on the brakes there. Ooh, we've got quite a exciting battle here in 5th and 6th position. I'm just going to switch to replay camera so you guys can actually see some nice action shots there.
Our front three are running away on their own. They're running at a very similar pace, but they're pulling a gap on 4th and 5th.
We've got quite a big battle here. With Sean and Warpig. But it seemed, ooh, Warpig actually went a bit wide there. Just switch over to the back here so that we can see, yeah, he went a bit wide there. I'm going to go to the back here to Uncle Foley, obviously being our oldest driver. Seems like Uncle Foley. Did you see what anyone happened to Uncle Foley at the back? As I think he actually qualified 8th.
He's running in 10th, yeah.
Yeah, he's running in 10th at the moment. I'm just gonna bring up the map quickly so that we can actually see how the guys actually spread it out, so we can see.
I'm gonna suggest you moving over to Sean.
Definitely, he's there. Oh,
he's just making a sweet move at the moment on Paracheese. They're both going to come into the brakes now.
Perfect. Oh, so I've got. I'm focused on Sean. Yeah. Oh. I'm actually going to switch over to Paracheese so we can actually see him actually chasing down, and then at the back we obviously got Warpig there as well. Oh, we see him actually making a mistake there.
He's taking it far to it's gone off. Ooh. Lost a position. Unfortunate, very unfortunate.
And he did so well to actually gain that position.
Right, now the question is, can Sean pile in enough laps and catch these front 3 runners?
Yeah, definitely. I'm focused on Warpig, yeah. I can actually see
Sean in 3rd.
Sean got quite a nice gap over Warpig, yeah. So if Sean just continues and focuses, then he'll start to pull away and maybe be able to catch the Flash. I'm just going to switch over to the Flash here. Obviously he's in the Honda. I'm going to bring up the map for you guys here so that you guys can actually see the gaps here. So we've obviously got 1st place, 2nd place and 3rd place actually not that far apart.
Now, interesting enough, I wonder if Sean can use his pit in some way to catch this top 3. I wonder if he could run a really, really late strategy just to catch them.
Yeah, maybe if they go into the pits, then maybe push for like 2 more laps, because obviously when they come out of the pits, they will be in some traffic. Yeah. So I would say that'll be his best bet, to really think about what he's going to do, and obviously to see when the guys in front is going to pit and what's his move going to be.
And he'll need a bit of luck on his side as well.
Definitely. Yeah. I'm going to switch to the middle here. I'm going to switch over to Cooler Castle. There's quite a big gap between him and the front runner, and then the guy behind him as well. So he's obviously in 7th position. Then the back of him we've got Big Tech Eater, and in front of him we've got Paracheese. Ooh, we've got some action here on Cooler Castle. He actually went a bit wide there. Ooh, it seems like his car's going drifting. We see Cooler Castle making quite some mistakes here. I don't know if that's what's the word I'm looking for,
Gary?
You
suspect it's damage?
I can't actually tell. I'm actually gonna have a look at his car quickly. Let's see. Damage. Well, he's got 20% tire wear in his right front tire, 22% tire wear in his left front tire. So I don't know if that's how can I say, causing the problems that it's actually going, well, starting to drift. It seems like it. He just locked on his brake there as well. So we see a lot of action happening here. I'm going to switch over to Carl Williams, the front runner.
I was following the distance between fourth, Sean, and third, the Flash, to see if it was coming down, but it was, at one stage he was catching, but it looks like he's backed away again now.
It seems like Carl is pulling away quite nicely.
Kyle is, yeah, he's forming a pack all on his own.
It seems like third position, the Flash, is actually catching up onto Skomoltoli, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, well, the whole field is spacering out now. Everyone's finding the natural pace. Took a long time to get racing this one.
Yeah, definitely. I must say, those first 2-3 laps were quite exciting.
Yeah. We promised drama.
Yeah, definitely. So let's see if the Flash can actually live up to his name and actually catch up and run down Skomoltoli.
Now's the time. These Hondas do seem to be strong. Well, in qualifying, it was a Honda that had the top speed.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to switch over to the lap times here so that we can actually see what the lap times are looking like. So we've got Carl Williams there in a 2:13, Skomoltoli in a 2:14, the previous lap.
He's just hitting the 13s for fun now.
Yeah.
Sunday cruise.
Okay, so we've just focused on the Flash there. I'm going to head back to the back of the pack here with Danadu. Danadu obviously in the Merc. In Team Garage 1UP. Obviously his teammates were actually the one experiencing all the disconnections. So hopefully Danadu can make up and obviously get as much points as possible.
Yeah.
Anything happening there in front, Gary?
I'm looking, well, I'm sat on board with Kyle, basically. Just watching him is just simply hitting it. Every corner, nice, he's found his rhythm. I'm going to jump on board now with Skomoltoli.
Perfect.
How's he looking? Yeah. Oh, he's pushing, that is for sure.
Oh, nice.
In every inch of the track. He's looking good though, apart from obviously an incident early on at the back end.
I've just switched over to Uncle Foley at the back. Hopefully he can chase down the guys in front.
Now it's interesting to see who's going to go into the pits and when.
Yeah.
Is anyone thinking of an early one?
Who's going to go first?
Mm.
I'm going to switch over to Cooler Castle, yeah. Seems like Cooler Castle is chasing down Paracheese. Seems like it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I must say, it's quite spread out
You're
nicely.
in fifth, aren't you?
No.
No.
I'm in
Yeah,
seventh.
that's right.
I'm in seventh.
Oh,
I'm on
see.
Cooler Castle. I must say, it's actually strange looking at the map. There's actually no one close enough to someone to actually make a move on them. So it's,
No one's back.
so it's kind of like,
Yeah.
obviously, oh, we see Cooler Castle going wide there as well.
Oh, big mistake. Big mistake.
Big mistake there.
Yeah, it's just the natural order of things at the
Yeah,
moment. isn't
definitely.
it?
So
Everyone's just doing their own thing.
it's kind of just obviously stay focused and just continue to knocking down his times and just hoping someone makes a mistake. I'm going to switch over to...
I'm interested to know what tune Kyle's running in. Can anybody watching, can they find out?
I think I can actually have a look at it. I can go to his car info.
Can you see?
No, I can actually not see.
Let's
It just
have a look.
says tuned by not available.
Oh,
If that is what you were looking for.
yeah. I'd like to know what tune it is, yeah.
Hopefully
Because he's
someone...
pounding a 13s quite comfortably.
Definitely. Hopefully someone can actually tell us on the WhatsApp group. Okay, so I'm focused on Sean here. He's got quite a big gap in front of him and a big gap at the back of him as well. It seems like third place. What happened to the Flash? He was actually gaining on second, but it seems like there's a big gap now as well.
There's a big gap, and you know what? This is playing into the hands of Sean.
Definitely.
I'm going on board with Sean now. He's got to see him. They're going around the carousel. Yeah, he's just there.
Yeah. So I'm focused on the Flash now at the moment. I can definitely see Sean at the back there peaking. So yeah, he just needs to stay focused, and then he'll definitely be able to catch up. As I must say, the Flash actually got a bit slower at the moment, as he was quite chasing down Skummeltolly, and it looked like he was actually gonna be able to pass him at a couple laps.
Degradation. Some tires act or some setups act differently. Some guys get quicker, some guys get slower.
It seems like we've got some problems here with the player info again, as I'm on the Flash, and it seems like he doesn't have any damage to his tires or any tire wear whatsoever. So I'm just assuming.
Cosmetic though, isn't it? I don't think it's simulation.
But still, then yet again, some of the other guys do show tire wear. I'm switching over to Skummeltolly. Yeah, and Skummeltolly actually has 33% tire wear in his front right tire and 36% in his left front tire. So I don't know if the player info is just bugging out a bit, but I'm sure that
which has been known to happen from time to time.
So I'm sure Skummeltolly will have to go pit soon.
But that gap between third and fourth is visibly reducing. Kyle's holding his lead quite nicely, but third and fourth is where the action's at.
Yeah, definitely. I'm actually going to switch to the back of the pack here to Dandadu. It seems like Dandadu is chasing down Big Tech Eater. I'm going to switch over to game camera so we can actually see the line that Dandadu is actually following. We can actually see Big Tech Eater actually making a mistake there. If there's anything happening in the front there, Gary, please let me know so that I can
that's what
switch
I'm looking.
over.
Yeah, I'm following. I'm following with Sean at the moment, just to see if this gap can close, but it seems to be holding. Flash is in his rhythm again.
Oh, Gary, it seems like Carl is actually using one of your tunes.
I know, I can't believe it. It must be the one that we used for the first race of the series.
Yeah, definitely. Well, your tune is definitely working
then.
then.
Dust it down and give it a try.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Maybe and maybe give it a go for tomorrow as well.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Thank you, Carl.
Yeah. Yeah, I must say he actually helped you out there as well, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put on the map here so that we can actually see the gaps between the guys. Still, there's no one actually close enough for a move to be made. Ooh, we actually see Dandadu making a mistake there. I don't know what happened. He's off the track there. And that gives Cooler Castle
about 1,500 feet from Kyle.
Oh, we see Dandadu being the first guy to actually go into the pits. Okay, so that's Dandadu in the pits. It seems like he had quite some problems there with his tires.
First man in the pits,
yeah,
right?
Definitely. I'm seeing some action here with Sean chasing down again the Flash. It seems like he's getting closer again, or was that just a gap? I'm not sure.
I'm going to have a look at the back of the field because I've got a feeling Kyle may be coming up to lap Foley. Yeah, it is. It's Foley in 10th. Now, did he maybe take a pit?
I don't think Foley went to the pits yet. I'm not sure. I might be wrong. Okay, so we focused.
And then in 9th is Danadu, so he could have.
Yeah, maybe. Let me just get the map on there again.
And Parrot Cheese is in 8th now. Cooler Castle 7th. Tech Eater 6th. Warpig 5th. Sean in 4th, very close to 3rd.
Very
Who's
close.
the Flash? Then we've got, yeah, very close. Right. 1 and 2 cars in the pits. Scommos in the pits.
Yeah, quite a few guys going to the pits. Now Sean is actually
I
pushing
think
now.
they're all going in.
Sean is actually going past now. So
Yeah.
hopefully this works out for Sean. I'm gonna have a look at his car's damage. Ooh, he's got 40% tire wear in his front right tire, 43% tire wear in his front left tire. Hopefully he just focused.
But this is what he needs to do.
Yeah.
He can potentially overtake 1 or 2 cars while he's in the pits.
Obviously, as we said, doing a late pit, we mentioned that obviously, hopefully then the guys that actually goes pit and goes to pit obviously will get some traffic, but it seems like those guys are out. No traffic has passed.
Yeah. Well, it's as I thought at the beginning. They'll all pit around a similar time. Why not? You know, split the 20 laps, go for 10. But here, what Sean's trying is perfect for what he needs to do. He needs to make places, and he can do that when they come out on cold tyres and he's still rolling on hot ones, providing he maintains the traction.
So we've got Big Tech Eater pitting now as well. Got Cooler Castle actually passing him now. Let me just. Okay, so we've got Sean in first place. Then we've got Kyle chasing him down. Would you say, being Sean, you would push a bit more, try and get more laps in, or
Absolutely.
would you just?
Push for your life, yeah.
I'm just gonna have a look at his,
obviously he knows how the car feels, so he knows how longer or how much longer he can run for. But yeah, if the grip's still there, go for it.
He's almost going to 50% tire wear in his front left tire. I'm focusing on his driving lines now, and it still seems fine. So it seems like he's actually nursing it quite well. It will be quite exciting to see if he's going to go pits now or not.
I'd maybe go 12.
I'm just going to bring up the map again for the viewers so they can actually see. Oh, we've got some action. Oh, Sean is actually passing the pits.
No, he's staying out. Yeah.
So
lap.
We've got Foley in 10th place, actually chasing down Danadu in 9th place. So it seems like there's some action happening here. We're going to stay focused on Uncle Foley here, so we can actually see if he's going to be able to actually pass Danadu. If there's anything happening in front, Gary, please let me know so I can switch over so the viewers can see as well.
Yeah, no, I'm just admiring Kyle's time again, 2:13.6.
Well, that's with any of your tunes, so you obviously have something to feel feel good about.
Yeah, challenge accepted. Right, so now Sean still needs to pit, and Kyle is 2,500 feet behind him, and he has pitted. So, how much distance does he need?
Ooh, we've got some great racing here by Uncle Foley. He actually made a move on Danadu, actually going on the wider line there and actually sticking to it. Ooh, he just goes a bit wide, and that gives Danadu his position back again. Let's see if Foley can actually catch him again.
Right, Kyle's down to less than 2,000 feet, so obviously Kyle's got more pace.
Yeah, definitely. Sean is obviously just nursing his tires to get as much.
Well, Sean was in 4th. Yeah, I can see the front left is going red now.
We've got some.
But he was in 4th position. So if he pits now, let's see where he comes out.
I don't know what happened because Danadu basically just braked and let Uncle Foley pass. I don't know if he's got any problems. That was quite weird to see. Okay, so we've got Uncle Foley in 9th. We just made a move on Danadu at the moment. Still, if I have a look at the map, it's only Danadu and Foley actually being close enough for some action.
Right, there we go. Sean's going in now. That's a sensible choice. His tyres went off the last couple of corners.
I'm going to switch over to Kyle so that we can actually see what's going to happen.
Yep, you follow Kyle. He's going to come past now on the straight.
There's definitely going to be no way that Sean will be able to actually...
Where Sean comes out.
To exit the pit in front of him.
Anything better than fourth?
Oh, definitely. Okay, let's see where
so here we go.
Sean is going to actually exit. Because we see third place coming down there as well. This is going to be quite exciting. Ooh.
It's going to be closer than we thought.
No, there's quite a big gap, I must say.
So here comes the Flash.
Well, here comes the Flash. This is going to be quite exciting. I'm going to switch over to the Flash. Let's see what happens.
Come on, now Sean's coming out.
Guys,
now.
just keep it clean.
They're
just
going to be
keep
side
it
by
clean.
side into the corner.
Ooh.
Are you with the Flash?
Yeah, I am. Ooh.
Oh my word. He's done it. He's
absolutely done it. This is going to be... Okay, so I'm going to stay focused on the Flashes. Obviously, it's two Hondas. Ooh, is there a bit of contact there? What happened? What happened?
Cold tires. Oh.
Would you say there was any contact in that?
No,
or
not
just,
at all.
Or just cold tires?
Clean. It was just cold tires, yeah. Now, it worked though. I mean, okay, he's back in fourth, but he's on him. If he can just hold on, get the grip to come back, and then build up and make a move. Hopefully he doesn't try something silly too soon.
Yeah. So we've got quite a lot of action here. Who's going to be able to make it? Who's going to be able to actually get third place?
Yeah, but I mean, anything else could happen, but this is... Oh, this is what we were hoping for.
This is the fight of the Hondas. Let's see who's got the faster one.
Yeah.
Or who's the better driver in the Honda? Obviously, we'll have some bragging rights after this race.
Absolutely. And yeah, there's Kyle. He's back in his groove, and SkunkWorx is also just as that distance doesn't get any bigger. They must be going round at roughly the same pace. But yeah, who's going to pick up the final podium position? Is it going to be Flash or is it going to be Sean?
Definitely. At the back there we can see, seems like Danadu is closing down on Foley again. So we've got some action there at the back. But I would say the best action at the moment is obviously this one we're on at now, Sean and the Flash.
I'm interested to see... Oh, Flash going defensive. Oh. Unusual.
Let's see what happens. Oof.
Oh, Flash runs it deep.
Oh, we've got some action here. What's going to happen is... Ooh, we've got some contact there.
He pulled out.
Seems like the Flash is... because in is coming out a bit.
They're very evenly matched, aren't they?
Yeah, I must say. Ooh, what's going to happen in this corner? What's going to happen?
This is what it's all about. Who's earliest on the brakes?
Ooh,
oh. Side by side, fantastic.
Fantastic racing here by the guys. Well, 8 more laps to go.
You say
so
this is the amateurs?
This is the amateurs, yes.
Flipping heck.
I'm just going to bring up the map again so that we can actually see if there's anybody actually closing down. Other positions, we can actually see at the back, we can actually see, it seems like Cooler Castle is closing down on Warpig. And at the back here we've got some action here. Oh no, this is Sean. At the back we've got Danadu chasing down Uncle Foley. I'm just going to switch over to Danadu and Foley. If there's anything happening there in front, please let me know, Gary.
Well, I'm looking at Warpig. He seems to be on the move.
Yeah, definitely.
He's in 5th position. Now, if Flash and Sean, if they keep dicing, they could actually slow themselves down a little bit, and Warpig might have the opportunity to catch up.
Yeah, definitely. I'm focused on Danadu and Folia. So we've obviously had a movement change in a couple of the previous rounds, or well, laps. We've got Foley who made a move on Danadu and then had quite a big gap, but it seems like Danadu got everything together and just busy chasing down Uncle Foley, or Foley just making some mistakes there, as we can actually see there now. Oh, this is going to be quite exciting, this corner. Oh, Danadu actually backing out, and Foley actually goes wide. That actually gives Danadu in the 9th position back again. I'm going to switch to 3rd and 4th position again. Still a close battle here in the front.
Yeah, I'm watching this one very closely. They're checking each other out corner by corner.
I must say that's some really good racing. Oh, we can actually see Sean actually making, tried to make a move there. Would you say best strategy will be for Sean now is to just stay behind the Flash, waiting for him to make a mistake, or just try and get past as soon as possible?
Well, it doesn't look like Sean has any extra pace on the straights. Like I say, they look very evenly matched. So I think, yes, I think he should just, 10th by 10th, get closer. And then when he's close enough, just make a move, build it up bit by bit. Because it doesn't look like he can just have a go on one corner.
I'm just going to switch over to Carl, yeah? We obviously had a fairly easy race so far. Just going to bring up the map here so that we can actually see the gap difference between the guys here. So we've got some serious racing between Sean and the Flash there.
You was talking about the Bathurst 50 earlier. Well, I've been practicing for both recently, and you can't get two completely different cars like the Audi and the Ford V8. Front engine, front wheel drive versus rear wheel drive V8. Completely different characteristics.
Definitely.
It's been a nightmare to try and practice on both.
I'm just going to switch over to Sean and the Flash here. Seems like this is where the action is happening.
This is, yeah. These guys are hot.
Seems like Carl is on his way.
Oh no!
Ooh, what happened?
The Flash just understeered into the shrubbery, and then Sean, smooth as you like, just went past. I think he waved, I'm not sure.
I must say that's
that was some heavy understeer.
I didn't actually see it there, so sorry for the viewers that we didn't actually.
We'll have to catch that in replay.
Definitely. So I'm focused on the Flash here. Let's see if we can actually catch back to Sean again. Obviously we've only got 6 laps left, so this is when it counts. These last laps.
Yeah, I'm afraid Sean's probably going to have a boring race now. Although, where's Flash? Here we go, yeah, 4th position. Now, can he catch? Sean's just spent the last 4 laps trying to catch him, and now he's got to do the same.
We've actually got Cooler Castle actually chasing down Warpig here for 6th position and 5th position. So we've got the 2 Audis actually chasing down while having a battle here.
Warpig must have had an incident because it looks like he's lost position on the track.
I'm going to switch over to game camera so we can actually see what happens. And also I just want to see if the guys have got any damage or how their tyre wear is looking. Oof, so we've got 5 laps still left, and Kulikowski actually on 39% tyre wear on his front left tyre, so hopefully he can nurse it till the end of the race.
Yeah. So what's next on the calendar for the Touring Cup?
Next on the calendar,
Sonoma after this one, isn't it?
yes it is. No, it is, yes,
Again,
yes it is.
completely different style of track.
Sonoma full. So that's, once again, that's going to be 20 laps.
Yeah.
That's going to be on the 24th of
Completely
July.
different.
Definitely, yeah. So we see Kulikowski actually going to 40% on his front right tyre, on his front left, and on his rear left tyre we've got 17% tyre wear. You can actually see him losing control there. I'm going to switch over to bring up the map there again. So where's
Well, they've
the
got to
action
drive with
happening?
what they've got now.
Yeah, well that's the thing. So where's the action?
The top 4 spaced out. I'm on board with Flash at the moment, but he's not close enough to think about making a move. And it looks like Kyle has got some more back markers to overtake.
I'm going to stay on
Kulikowski
here. Seems like Kulikowski is gaining on Warpig here.
Okay, so it looks like Kyle's coming up on Foley now. They're on the start-finish straight.
Oh, we can see Kulikowski getting closer and closer to Warpig here. This is obviously the battle for 6th and 5th position. Oh, we see Kulikowski almost going a bit wide there.
It's a very fine line through there.
Definitely.
Our car's coming up on Foley now. So he's got to navigate his way through the back markers. After Foley, he's got...
we see some contact there. Kulikowski just
Xanadu.
actually giving Warpig a love tap there. Luckily, nothing major. I'm just going to bring up the map again so that we can actually see the spacing between the guys, the gaps. Still the only action we've got at the moment. Oof, is Kulikowski and Warpig. I don't know what just happened. Oof, seems like we had a bit of a problem there, guys. So we had Kulikowski there.
Nothing unusual.
Yeah, nothing unusual. It was quite weird. It was just and kind of loading the whole time. Seems like when Kulikowski...
I've got Kyle sat in a sand trap.
Oh,
Kyle is now in second.
Did he?
He's just sat
Did he
in
just disconnect?
It looks like his batteries may have died on him.
Oh, just
controversial.
Oh,
That's put him in 4th position now, and there's 3 laps to go.
he's gonna be raging
dear.
afterwards. That's.
I think you need to stay on board with Kyle.
I'm definitely gonna be on Kyle now, guys. A quick tip for.
Can you believe it?
For and for racing online, always make sure your controller batteries are charged because that's awful. As you guys can see now.
Perfect qualifying,
perfect race.
and then boom.
Oh.
Duracell, no thank you.
Ooh. That I didn't expect that at all. I must say, I didn't expect it.
No. And now he's coming up on Flash. Can he do it? Can he regain 1st position in 3 laps? Was he that?
He's not going to be
much quicker?
He's not going to be able to enter catch Komoltoli. I'm definitely sure of it. Definitely. Well, that was Komoltoli who actually had a quiet race the whole race, and obviously that's like kind of like given a platter, just like there, take it.
Well, you know what? You can't write this stuff.
Definitely. So
this is what it's all about.
We focused on Kyle here.
I think it's all over.
Kyle seemed like he locked on his brake there as well. Seemed like Kyle's pushing quite hard now. Ooh, that's awful. I would really like to
I
know
can put
what
myself
happened.
in his shoes. I know what it feels like. You're raging, but you have to keep, you know, you have to maintain composure, and then sometimes you press the brake a bit too hard or run it
We've
a bit too wide.
we've got Taka on the WhatsApp group actually sending like Carl's name and then a sad face. So obviously the viewers saw that as well.
Yeah, can you
Oh,
believe it? Yeah.
that is really unfortunate. Like literally, like
WhatsApp sending you.
definitely. And it seems like Carl is struggling to actually pass the Flash now. Would you
It's
say?
tight.
Would you say that
It
is
tight.
that is just kind of? Ooh, we see him making a move there.
He
Well
made
done.
it.
Well done.
Oh,
Ooh, and we
Flash
see
is on him.
Flash there. I'm gonna switch over to Flash quickly so we can see if Flash actually retaliates. Obviously, these guys are
Well,
not gonna
that's
make
how
it
two
easy
good
for
racers
Kyle.
do it. Well done.
Definitely, these guys are not gonna give it back to Kyle again. That is absolutely crazy. Like when I actually had a look at the map and you told me that Carl's in the pit, then I saw one of the one of the racer icons were just like stopping there like on the map. It was like, what's going on here? And then obviously when I switched over and he was like in the pits, then jeez.
Well, I was checking the distances and he'd just been overtaken.
Oh.
I was like, what? And then when I went over, he was set in the centre trap, yeah. Well, again, it's happened to all of us at some time.
Definitely. So I'm gonna switch over to Cooler Castle and Warpig. Yeah, we still haven't seen and Cooler Castle actually being able to pass Warpig. If there's anything happening in front there with Carl, please let me know.
I'm staying with Kyle, yeah.
Do you think he's got what it takes to gain one more position?
But, well, if his lap time's anything to go by, he's got a 13.5, by the way. Straight back on it.
I'm going to switch over to
The
Skumultuli
13s is his playground.
as Skumultuli is closing down on Foley here. Oh, we see Foley actually getting in the way of Skumultuli there. Okay, well, that's... Oh, we see
Drama.
Foley actually
Can you
going a
believe
bit
it?
wide there. We didn't actually catch that. Yeah, I must say, I wouldn't want to be Kyle at the moment. Oh,
This is going to upset the championship points as well.
definitely. Okay, so
It's got
we...
1,500 feet to find on Sean.
Okay, so I'm going to switch over to the Flash here. So then I've actually got Carl and Sean in my sights here. It doesn't seem like the Flash is closing on Carl again.
No, he's watching Kyle's movements carefully, isn't he? Yeah. Kyle's definitely gaining ground. I think it must be down to about 1,000 feet now.
I'm just gonna get the distance gaps there so that the viewers can see as well.
Kyle's front left, it's going red.
Oof. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to Kyle quickly
1 lap left.
so that we can see. But I'm also gonna show the map.
Oh, there's 2 cars on the start finish. Is that Foley?
Yeah, it's Foley. That's Foley in front. Switch to game camera so that we can actually see what happens. Is Carl gonna be able to do it? That's the thing. Oh. Oh, Foley went a bit wider, and we can actually see
Foley just went wide there.
Sean actually went a bit wide there as well.
Kyle may... Oh,
Oof.
he's touched the grass, Sean. So Kyle may be able to make a move before the lap's over, but it's going to take some special kind of braking.
I'm focused on Kyle here, and I can actually see Sean making small mistakes. Obviously, you can see Kyle in the rearview mirror, so obviously he's feeling it. We just need to stay focused.
You can see Kyle wants it. He's on it. Perfect.
I would like to know what happened.
Yeah.
Ooh, Kyle, going on the grass there.
Too much grass. Yeah. He's too keen.
Definitely.
Too keen.
Okay, so I'm going to switch over to SkunkWorx. Obviously, he's going to win this race. No doubt about it. Obviously, hoping that his controller doesn't die on him. Otherwise, that's going to be quite hectic.
And I must say, well deserved, because he's
Definitely.
been there for the entire race. He's held the pace.
Okay, so as you guys can see there, we've got SkunkWorx. He's going to go down the straight now to take that first position.
Yeah. Anything less than a podium for Cal would have been sacrilegious.
Definitely. Okay, guys, so
Here
you
it
guys
is.
can see. we've
Well
got SkunkWorx
done.
in
Well done.
first position. We've got.
So the winner of round 4 was SkunkWorx.
Kyle got so close. Oof. Okay, we've got the flash.
And we got our predictions completely wrong.
Okay, so we've got still Wolf Peak. Oh, Cooler Castle actually made a move on Wolf Peak. Wolf Peak was in, well, Cooler Castle was in 6th position the whole time, and when I switched over now, Cooler Castle actually took it.
Finished in 5th. Yeah. Last minute move.
So there we go, guys. We've got Cooler Castle in 5th position and Wolf Peak in 6th. I'm going to switch over to the back there. We've got Parrot Cheese in 7th position. I must say, I would like to know what happened with Kyle.
We can all sympathise with Kyle, can't we? Yeah, we can all sympathise. We've all been there. He didn't do anything wrong. Qualified. Took the race by the scruff of his neck.
I must say, and Johan in the WhatsApp, he actually shared Kyle a link to Takealot for a battery pack for your controller. I think the guys are going to give him some grief now. Absolutely chaos.
It's the last thing he's going to want to see.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for his reply now at the moment to see what happened. Okay, guys, so yeah, so there you guys have it. We had some major action. Obviously, and the first 2 corners we had some really exciting stuff happen, and then obviously the major, I would say, the major thing for me about the race was obviously Kyle.
Yeah, all the drama. Yeah, obviously the cold tide drift at the beginning, but like I say, Kyle did everything. He qualified with a miraculous time, and then he took off from the very beginning. Yeah, batteries let him down. But I must say, the quality of driving in general was really fantastic.
Definitely. Guys, I can confirm Kyle's batteries died. He just confirmed it on the WhatsApp group, so that's what happened. So just a small tip, guys, if you guys saw what happened to Kyle now, so if you have a race night, make sure your batteries are charged. Otherwise it's going to end up what happened with Kyle, and literally have a good qualifying, clean race, whole out, and then obviously on lap 16 your battery just dies, and that's awful. Crazy.
It's the worst.
Definitely. Gary, your thoughts on the race?
Well, unfortunate for Kyle, really. That's it. Like I say, SkunkWorx, he deserved it.
Definitely.
He was there, kept himself there all the race. He stuck on. I did that gap between first and second. I didn't see that grow. It just seemed to maintain a distance of about 1,500 feet, something like that. But yeah, just the general quality of the racing, it was excellent.
Yeah, definitely. We saw some really nice battles there, especially with Flash. He was in quite a lot of battles. So yeah, it was really clean and clean racing as well. I'm just going to switch over to into the game so I can actually show you guys in the final order of the race. So obviously, in first place we've got Skomoltoli, second we've got Sean, third we've got Kyle, fourth we've got the Flash, fifth we've got Cooler Castle, sixth we've got Warpig, seven we've got Parrot Cheese, eight we've got Big Tech Eater, 9 Dandadu, and 10 Foley Fury. So really quite exciting stuff. Obviously we've got the semi-pro race and the pro race tomorrow. Would you say there will be big gaps as well between the races?
In tomorrow's race?
Yes, tomorrow's race.
Well, no, I anticipate that the racing is going to be very close, very quick and very close. Road America is a track that everybody seems to lend themselves to. It's just one of those tracks that everyone seems to enjoy. It's fast, and as you've just seen, even if you're clearly the fastest, you can still end up only getting a podium position. So. Yeah, but like I was saying, they've set such a high standard tonight.
Definitely.
You know, we have to live up to that tomorrow.
Definitely, but yeah, I must say, Road America, obviously, as we've seen just now, it took the guys, I would say, 4 laps to actually get into that groove, and then we started to actually see the guys and being quicker on the lap times. So obviously. Well, hoping tomorrow for semi-pro and pro class as well for all the drivers actually taking part. Good luck, and yeah, as you guys could have seen now, that first 2 corners is quite exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I need to get practicing.
Definitely me as well. That's definitely what I'm going to do after this. Okay, guys, viewers, thanks for watching. Obviously, thanks once again, Gary, for joining me in the commentating box. It was fun once again.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, guys. So obviously, we'd just like to say thanks to our sponsor, Mafia Gaming, for sponsoring our Touring Cup. We've still got a competition with them as well. We are going to choose in each class. We're going to choose 2 drivers that actually has the best livery, and those 2 will actually get a prize. So some exciting stuff happening. Just a lineup. Obviously, we've got our race tomorrow. We've got the semi-pro and the pro, and then next week after that we've got the trucks. And so yeah, that was just a quick lineup. And then obviously a nice event for this month as well is the Bathurst 50 to look forward to. And then after that we've got another competition as well. We'll drop the info on that soon. So yeah, definitely exciting stuff.
Yeah. So stay tuned.
Bound to happen, and definitely stay tuned. And guys, the viewers, please subscribe to our channel so that you guys can get a notification when we go live again for our next race. But thanks guys for tuning in. Thanks Gary once again, and yeah, let's start practicing because these guys absolutely nailed it. So I'll definitely go practice and definitely see what I can do.
Challenge accepted.
Perfect. Cheers Gary.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers guys. Bye.